So, my last video I did um, about 30 minutes ago was covering habits of the rich. Okay? And how they're different from common people, everyday, normal tax bracket people. And I want to cover how it relates to real estate. It's crazy that we are conditioned to be consumers and live above our means and all of these things. We'll finance a car with a 17% rate. You can get a car with bad credit. You're just going to have to pay a higher interest rate, right? You can get an iPhone with bad credit, but you're going to have to put a bigger down payment, right? So when I hear people that don't really just know the market, but they predict stuff like, oh, the market is going to crash and this and that, and I'm going to wait till the rates go down or rates are too high, it don't make sense to me. Because ever since I've been in real estate, I've seen house prices dropping, true story, and I wasn't big in trying to learn the information at first. I was just looking around the MLS from driving around my local Keller area and seeing so many houses for sale. And I would notice when I checked them in the MLS that the starting price and the listing price is way off, from 10,000 to 50K down, cheaper. And now I'm starting to see interest rates go down to, I believe, like it's a 6.8 now. And that's crazy with all of the hearsay going on in the market. I think it's crazy that rich people get the better things in life for free. Your credit is good. You can drive a good car that they'll pay you to drive. J. Cole, D1, all these celebrities, including, I call them, I guess, Instagram and TikTok stars. One of the TikTok stars, Jasmine Garden, she did an unveiling about how everyone is going crazy to look a certain way when in actuality she gets paid to wear those clothes. Or they see she has a big influence, so they want to send her free stuff so people can come to her, so people can buy the things that she's wearing. And she felt like she was worth more than just a couple free things. And I agree with her. It's been a while since I watched her, a long while, but it relates to the topic. I think it's crazy that common people would nitpick at each other and rich people do the same thing that poor people do, which is thrift shop, stick to their cars. If they happen to have a fetish, they will kind of help themselves, but for the most part, a lot of them avoid overspending. A lot of them avoid things that we run headfirst into. You know, like I said, we'll finance the latest iPhone and get the latest car. Even Coach Ramsey, everybody's financial approach is different. But even Coach Ramsey, I think his name was David Ramsey, he mentioned, he was like, if you making payments on your car, guess how much money you're throwing away? And he did the calculations of throwing that into a life insurance policy that adds up and, compound over the years. And it shows like that one Ford truck that you're making $450 payment on every month, over time, you're throwing away almost $500,000. Why is it that common people, I'm not going to say but why is it that common people could look down on others? And I'm going to unveil some stuff. I stopped doing joint of the day because I personally enjoy holes in the walls. I really do. I used to be a big foodie, just going out here trying different stuff, but Texas has become a hit and miss. I am so sorry. I used to go to places like Bone Daddy's, and they used to give you some good food. It used to be worth the money, but now you walk in there Your plate look like it's trans skinny, and they still charging you a high bill for a trans skinny ass meal. Okay, I don't like that. And then they food don't even be seasoned. It seems to me that every time I went to a hole in the wall when I was on a budget, that I got better service, better food quality, and better quantity for the food. So even the times that my pockets are fat, I would still prefer to go to the holes in the walls. So when I was doing the holes in the walls for living in the city of Keller, I was going to holes in the walls because that, look at what happened at Carlo Theo's. Just because I asked him, can I film there, he paid for my food. And the food was fresh. He personally cooked it for me. I had to wait a little bit, but he personally cooked the food for me. And it was tasty. It was fresh. I still haven't found nobody that make fresh salsa like Theo Carlos. And I haven't went back because the times that I go back is either he's a little bit full or I get a little bit iffy about, once you drop somewhere where you be, you definitely don't want to double back for people who may be watching you from afar. You know how it goes. But it blows my mind, and it should be identified as a big problem, a huge problem with our society, with everything that's going on. You heard everything that celebrities have in common is thrift shopping. They don't make car payments. They're not driving new cars. I even saw a TikTok of a stripper maybe 3 years ago. She drove a Maserati and she was saying how much money she made every night. And the person on her live was like, okay, if you making this amount of money, why are you driving an old Maserati? She was like, because it still works. And she put up her money. Also, I saw where I used a ladies' university package to start my makeup line when I did. And I kept wondering, I was like, she's making so much money, why did she stay in this kind of apartment? Why do her weave look like that? I mean, I buy $20 wigs because I do have this kind of hair. I cut it, it grew back, but I was wearing wigs way before I cut it. So I was on a starting venture. I didn't. And then even now, I am not gonna buy no $200 wigs. I'm sorry, not gonna do it. Call me broke, call me whatever. But I actually stopped doing things because of some advice that was like, hey, you need to sell your lifestyle. When I was pushing a lifestyle I didn't understand at that time, when I was working as a banker, I was posting, I mentioned about it in other videos, TVs, this and that, having 3 cars, having kids, not being on government assistance, and I started getting scammed very heavy. So now I don't choose to do that. I mean, it's not important to me. And even at that time, I had 2 payment cars, and I had a 94 Toyota with a sound system in it, and then I had a Honda that I had for a long time. I actually sold that Honda to my best friend at that time, and Jesus, I miss it. And even still now, I don't make payments on my car. I drive an Infiniti, but when my funds do grow to a higher level of income, I don't see myself like I did before, splurging something just to say I have it or to put myself in a less financial space. I just won't do it. I'm not. So I hope this was a valuable thing. And another thing is, rich people are big givers. They're big givers. They don't care about what common people care about. It's not important. What's important is beating rental prices, if you ask me. I think it's smarter to pay a mortgage than to pay a rental price. But then again, that's just me. Okay? Other people might have another perspective on that. So I'm going to go ahead and close out saying, let's change our perception and our way of thinking. Let's change how we do things and how we see things and how we deal with other people. And let's be the change. I don't ever want to see another video or post about downgrading somebody else because what we think they are worth. Okay? Love, peace, and chicken grease. And remember, this topic came from Renisha the Realtor. Okay? Until next time, y'all. Bye.